Hello everyone. I've just been reading a good book. I do love to read. There's nothing better. You can open a book and you can forget all your worries for a few hours and you can be in another world. I wonder what kind of books that you like. Perhaps you like adventure stories or mystery stories, or perhaps history, or stories about famous people who lived long ago. Whatever kind of books that are your favourite, I'm sure that you will agree that it's a great way to while away the hours on a cold winter's afternoon. When I was a little girl, I would escape into my bedroom with a book, and I would get really annoyed if my mum would shout on me to come and walk the dog or go the shopping or do some other chore. I just wanted to be left in peace to read my book. I have a story for you now, and it's about a man who had two daughters and he wanted their help with a chore. One of them was too busy reading and didn't want to help. But the other daughter said that yes, she would come and help. But here's what happened. There once was a man who had a large garden. He grew apple trees. And one day he noticed that the apples were red and rosy and ripe for picking. He needed help to pick the apples, or else it would take forever. He had two daughters, so he thought he would ask them for some help. His first daughter, Poppy, was in her room reading her books. Poppy loved to read, and she would read all kinds of books. This day, she was looking through an atlas, looking at all the countries all over the world, and she was dreaming about where she might go one day on her travels. Egypt or Japan or Canada. She was so busy reading that she hardly noticed her dad had come into the room. "What are you up to, Poppy?" said her father. "I'm studying the atlas. It has all kinds of maps and I'm planning a trip one day," said Poppy. "That sounds interesting," her dad replied. "I was just wondering if you could come and help me pick some apples. There are so many, it would take me such a long time to pick them all on my own. It would be good to have some help." "Well, I would love to help, but I am so busy too, Dad, looking at my atlas and searching for countries on my globe and wondering about all the wonderful sights I can go and see one day. So no, I won't come and help." Her dad went away, feeling a bit sad. He decided to go and see his other daughter, Daisy. After a while, Poppy got bored looking at her atlas and went to her bookcase to see what else she could read. She found her Bible and started to read a story from the Gospel of Matthew. She read, "There was a man who had two sons. He went to the first son and said, 'Son, come and work in the garden.' 'No, I don't want to,' he answered immediately. But later, that son changed his mind and did go and work in the garden. Then the father went to his other son and said to him too, 'Son, come and work in the garden.' He answered, 'Of course I will, father.' But he did not go. Which of the two sons did what his father had asked?" Poppy realised that she was like the first son in the story. She had said no to her dad, and now she felt sorry for what she had said. And so even though she said she wouldn't go, she did go and help her dad. Daisy was in her room playing a game on her iPad when her dad came in. "Are you busy, Daisy?" said her dad. "Well, as a matter of fact, I am, Dad. I am almost winning this game and it's very exciting." "That sounds fun," said her dad. I was just wondering though, if you could come and help me pick the apples from the trees in the garden. They are all ripe, but there are so many of them, I need help. Oh yes, of course I will come and help you. No problem at all, Dad. Her dad was so happy. Daisy switched off her iPad, started to get ready to go out and help her dad. Daisy had so many hobbies and there was so much stuff in her room. She noticed her skateboard and wondered about going skateboarding later on. Then she saw her football and thought about going to play football soon. Next, she stopped to pet the cat, who wasn't bothered at all and ran off. Then she saw her Monopoly game on the shelf and said, I know, I can set up the board so that Poppy and I can play Monopoly later. Time soon passed, and Daisy was so busy getting the Monopoly game set up that she didn't go out to help her dad, even though she had said yes. Out in the garden, Poppy and her dad happily picked apples for the rest of the day. Poppy had said no, but then she did help. Daisy had said yes, but she didn't help. Which of the two daughters did what her father had asked? Well, I wonder what you thought about that story. Which daughter did what her father asked? I think it was Poppy. Even though she said she wouldn't help, she changed her mind and she helped in the end. And Daisy, well, Daisy said yes, she would help immediately, but then she got too busy with her own stuff and she didn't help after all. And you know, I think Poppy actually had a great time helping her dad. Until next time, stay safe, read lots of good books. I'll see you again soon. God bless.